How can you get better at apologetics? Is it by reading more C.S. Lewis or Francis Schaeffer or John Lennox? Yeah, those things can probably help you. But what if I told you that there's something you can start doing right now that will help you in your apologetic pursuits that doesn't require any additional studying or reading? And this can absolutely help you convince others of the robustness of the historic Christian faith and eventually even lead others to Christ. I'm going to tell you what that one thing is right now.
Written in historical records, documented in Tacitus and Josephus. For those who don't believe us, check the marks of architecture written on a fetus. Neural nets and error correcting codes complete us.
Chaos theory.
Reality.
Okay, so enough suspense. You're probably wondering, what is this one thing that I could do, right? This sounds like a quick one-step way to get better at apologetics. So the one skill that you can start doing today better is listening. And it sounds simple, maybe even a little bit naive, but really, I can't tell you how much this has changed my approach to apologetics. So I am here at a campus that is not a Christian campus. It's a very secular, very progressive place in Southern California. And I actually started an apologetics club here with a few others a few semesters ago. And through that, I've actually learned a lot about live interaction with others, sharing the evidences for the historic Christian faith. And one of the things that I've learned is that people tend to respond much better as you're listening to them finish their thoughts. I can't overemphasize this enough. We often do this when we're debating with someone or challenging them about some position that they hold, where they're speaking, and as they're speaking, we are not listening. We are thinking of how am I going to rebut points 1, 2, and 3 that they just came up with. Right? And that's a mistake. Number one, it's a mistake because they're not going to feel like you're actually listening to them. They're going to feel like you're arguing at them. And anyone who is being argued at is not going to be persuaded of anything. Okay. Secondly, you're actually going to miss a lot of good opportunities for actually addressing points they care about. So for me, because I'm getting older, I've noticed that I tend to slow down how I process things a little bit. And so listening has actually helped me in that I can fully listen and make sure I understand what is the point the other person's making. And in fully understanding that point, that's where I may see the weaknesses of their position, or I may see how something that I know connects to a concern that they have. So it's not always just about finding weaknesses in positions. I really actually want to help people. And I think that Jesus is the answer to many of our ills in this life. So there's a passage from Tolkien that I really, really like, and it's about a young ant named Quickbeam, right? And I feel as a young man, I was something of a Quickbeam. I would be quick to answer people before they had finished speaking. And so here's the passage. It says, "I am Bregalad. That is Quickbeam in your language, but it is only a nickname, of course. They have called me that ever since I said yes to an elder ant before he had finished his question. Also, I drink quickly and go out while some are still wetting their beards. Come with me." Okay. And this is Bregalad to Merry and Pip in the Two Towers. So why do I like that quote? Well, it's a reminder to me to not be a Quickbeam, right? As people are speaking, as people are challenging positions I hold, I need to remember to listen, to let them finish their questions before I interrupt and start trying to rebut their points. And I've noticed that this actually changes the dynamic of the interactions I have, where people are a lot less defensive. All you have to do is listen to them, is give them the space to fully make their point, and then you'll be surprised that they do the same for you. They'll be more willing to listen to you because you have first listened to them. And lastly, doing this hasn't just helped me in terms of my interactions with others. It's actually helped me to become a better apologist in terms of what I'm learning. Instead of trying to go off on a tangent and address questions that people don't have, I have in my mind the questions people actually do have. And so anything that I tell them in the future is going to be more directly connected to the issues that are blocking them from seriously considering Christianity. And so if somebody, for example, is really concerned about the problem of evil, I have to slow down to understand how that problem affects them personally. They may have a different definition of evil. Maybe they're more concerned about natural evil than they are about human evil. But whatever it is, I want to be able to address their particular concern. And if they see me addressing their particular concern and they know that me as a person cares about them, then hopefully that is a reflection of the God in heaven who cares about them and their particular concerns, right? So it builds more credibility into the faith that we are proclaiming by actually showing the real life concern for people in this very simple way. It's all about just listening. So I encourage you, go out and read more. Go out and study history. Go out and learn philosophy. But really start today listening to those around you, listening to your family, listening to your friends, and listening to others tell you why or why not they might consider Christianity in the future. I hope this helps.